Hey, you guys, it's Christina, aka Earth Angel Neenah. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday to you. We're kicking it back off with our weekly lives. I know it's been a minute, but let's just get this collective energy going. For those of you that this is your first time catching one of my weekly collective lives, I am an intuitive light worker and healer, and I help my clients to transmutate negative energy into their life so they can have the positive outcomes that they want because that's the life God wants you to live. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can visit me online at www.earthangelneenah. All the information should be in the description box as well. Okay, so the way my weekly lives work is first I'm going to pull, and I've already pre shuffled and pre pulled some cards. I just prayed and meditated for you guys with God and the Holy Spirit and all of the energy of light to give you guidance. So the first deck I'm pulling from is the Archangel Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. I also pulled a daily guidance card for us to have just some overall guidance for this week from your daily guidance cards. And then at the end, I'm going to do something new and fun and exciting, which is I'm going to allow you to, if you think of a yes or no question, I'm going to I usually pull one, but two angel answers cards pulled out. So keep in mind that right now we're in a time of Mercury retrograde, which actually starts today. No, today, Monday, September 27th, and goes on until October the 18th. This Mercury retrograde, which praise the Lord, is the last one for the month, or sorry, for the year, is in the sign of Libra. And so Libra is focused on balance, relationships, what works, what doesn't work. And I'm hoping that with what we've pulled, I haven't pre-looked, but it gives us some insight about where we're going in relationships. What's been crazy is this year we've had all of our retrogrades in air signs, and air signs are a very confusing and ungrounded energy. So we started off with Aquarius, which is very like bold, outspoken, and chaotic. Gemini, it was a very gossipy period. And so no offense to those Geminis out there, but that's something that the sign is symbolized by. But the air energy can be just very chaotic. So if that makes sense. So this last one is in Libra, which, like I said, is focused on relationships. Okay. So let's get into our angel cards. So first we're going to do our Archangel Oracle cards. And the first card that we have that came out is teaching and learning, which is valuable because I just feel like the emphasis for these next few weeks, especially this week, is a focus on relationships. Not only like what can we teach others, but what can we learn about our relationships with others and how we present ourselves. So like for example, yesterday I was talking to a client, and I'm a kind of no nonsense, I'm caring, but just kind of like explaining to her what can you learn more about your life and how you're operating with your partner. So sometimes because we don't have a plan, we're disorganized, we're not focused on the big picture. So what plans do are we making in our relationships, and how are we conveying that to our partner? How are we conveying that? How are we communicating? So there's so many ways in which we can not only teach but learn to be better communicators. Maybe our delivery is off, which then nothing happens. It doesn't mean it's not the person for you. It's just how do we get you guys into the same energy of how you communicate with each other. So this card says keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So I'm just hearing a huge emphasis on how can you learn how to be more organized? How can you learn how to be a better communicator? How can you learn how to just be a better off, more well-rounded, grounded person, and then be able to teach that through your actions to your partner? So I was watching Divorce Court the other day, and this was with Judge Lynn Toller, but she was saying that this particular couple, the wife always pointed out what the husband was doing wrong, but never gave him credit for the things he was doing right. And so they just had a ton of friction, which led to just so many other issues, and I'm not saying infidelity is right or anything, but he found himself searching outside of the relationship for comfort versus them communicating with each other and her giving him praise. Because even as women, we want praise. We want to know that we look good, that we're fly today, that we have our man on lock. And for men, they actually want to know the same thing, because men can be quite insecure. That's why we have so much narcissism happening in our world, because of insecurity. So teaching and learning, keep an open mind. What can you learn about yourself to make yourself a more well-rounded person, to be a better communicator in your relationship, but not just by telling, but by doing. So if your partner sees that you're not arguing as much, maybe they're not arguing as much. It takes two people to argue. So what can we learn about ourselves to be more effective in our relationships? The second card, oh wow, it says clear your space. So this card says get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. So if you guys have ever seen any of my like money videos, I talk hugely about feng shui and how things in our energy, things in our space can be holding us back because they're holding on to energy. So I had a client, I think a week or so ago, and we were talking, and I was telling her, look, she's in a newer relationship. I said, look, you got to go and buy new underwear, new nightgowns. And she's like, but why, Christina? I'm trying to explain to her, because you don't want to be intimately involved with a new person with something that someone else has intimately touched, or different things. Like, you were in a different relationship at that point. Nightgowns, just different things like that. Like, clear your space. Get rid of all those things from past relationships, whether it's in your house. Also, for people who are wanting to attract relationships, one thing I always have my clients do, and this absolutely works, I can attest to it. I have clients who are engaged and getting married with this principle, which is make space in your house and in your environment and your bedroom for the person you're wanting to attract. So if you're wanting to be in a partnership, you're wanting to be in love, you're wanting to have that partner, is there space for them? I remember a few years ago, and this is before, like, I was, really focused on manifesting my partner, but my cleaning lady would come, and I used to sleep with all these books. And my cleaning lady said to me that this day, because I don't know, I love books, I guess what you can call a book hoarder. But I had all these books in the bed. She said, how are you ever going to have a husband with all these books? Where is he going to sleep? And that was like some bomb shit, because I had never thought about it. Where is he going to sleep? So from that day forward, I stopped sleeping with my books. I went and got two proper nightstands. I made a space for him in the closet. Cleared out two drawers for the partner, and then I attracted the partner. So for all my clients that are wanting to attract love, wanting to attract that husband, this clear your space, I'm telling you, is so powerful. You've got to make space for that person in your life. Even if it's when you're sitting down to eat, make enough for two. Stop, just looking out for yourself. When you go out, try your best not to eat by yourself. I love eating alone, so I'm like totally down for it. But, there's times when, if you're going out to dinner to a nice restaurant, try not to eat by yourself. Take a girlfriend with you, find someone to go with you. You can't eat alone. But even at home, have two of everything, not just one for you. Put two loofahs in the bathroom, like clear your space and start preparing for that person. But there's some of you that need to clear your space. Even if you're in a partnership, I hear that some of the clutter in your homes are creating issues in your partnerships. So you may want to take some time to declutter. A clean house is typically a happy house, right? Because things are already done. So maybe you need to take a day off to clean your house, or have a cleaning lady come out. I love having my cleaning lady come out, because when she does, it gives me time to like organize my house and my environment and all that. So clear your space is going to really benefit your relationships. Okay. And then the final one is brilliant idea. So whether you've been thinking about hiring that cleaning lady or cleaning out the clutter in your house, also I get, for some of you, you have been thinking about taking a trip with your partner. I get, go for it. I was watching, I think it was a psychologist, and he said the best way for people to know their compatibility is to go on a trip together, have a couple hours with silence and no phones, and just really see how compatible you are. So maybe that's about you learning, about things that you all can talk about while you're, in that moment of silence together. Because sometimes we're always on our phones and we actually don't really talk to our partner. We don't know things going on with them because we're always scrolling on Facebook. I also get that some of you guys have been thinking about deleting apps on your phone, taking a social media break. I say go for it so you can clear your energy space, because sometimes when we're seeing, couples goals and all these things on the internet, it can skew us because maybe our relationship is not where some of these other relationships are. But how did those people get there, right? So some of you guys need to take social media breaks from looking at Instagram and scrolling all the time, to just focus on your relationship. Go out to a dinner, take a staycation, a weekend, plan a trip together. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just for you and your partner to kind of reconnect. This says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Also, for some of you, I feel like even bringing in a cleaning person at least once a month or once a quarter will be very helpful in your partnerships. It will release a lot of tension between you and your partners, because while you guys are worried about little things like who's going to wash the dishes and do the laundry and do this and do this and do this, just outsource and bring someone in to help with some of those tasks so you guys can focus on, being a couple and having a good time together. Okay, so those are our angel cards. So next we're going to move on to our daily guidance angel card. And this is just going to give us a general theme for the week going forward. Okay. Oh, it says creative project. So I get like, and I'll read the card in a second, but this is really popping up. But I get like, have any of you guys made couples vision boards before? Because I'm getting that some of you guys need to get aligned with your partners about what your goals are together. I'm also hearing 5-year game plan. If you are, in a long-term committed relationship, or even if you're dating, what's your 5-year game plan? Do you plan to get married? Like, do you plan to go on vacation? Do you plan to buy a house? Do you guys plan to invest in the stock market? I'm hearing couples vision boards for some reason when that just popped up. Also, some of you guys, if you're in relationships, need to get more organized as well, working on budgets, finances. How are you spending money? I look at it as budget is creativity, because you're really looking at where does money go, where do you put it. So this card says your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion toward your life. And this is about like you guys individually, like what is your life first? And then what's your life with your partner? I think sometimes when we're unhappy, we can put a lot of pressure on our partner because we have yet to find ourselves or find our own level of happiness. So what I would really like you guys to do is think about making your own vision boards, but also I think a couple's vision board would be a super cool and creative idea. Also, because the year is almost over, start getting your budgets in place. Also, what are you guys going to be spending on Christmas? I'm just hearing get all those in place because it's coming up. And so you're not spinning your wheels when Christmas comes. Have it all organized already. Also, even for next year, if you guys have a savings goal, or, again, I'm hearing couples vision board, couples vision, okay? So next we're gonna pull angel answers, and if you have a pressing question, I would like you to think about your question, and then we're gonna pull 2 cards to hopefully get an answer to your question. Okay. Okay. So let's pull these cards. Oh, I love this. Okay. So the first card that came up is peaceful resolution. So for those of you who have been arguing in your relationships, can't get along, things are going crazy, peaceful resolution is coming through this aspect of teaching and learning. So as you learn to be more patient, a better communicator, as you learn more about how you communicate with your partner, as you learn more about how to have more patience, a peaceful resolution is coming. Okay, so we talked about, again, like clearing your space, brilliant idea. Peaceful resolution is on its way. Oh my God, this is beautiful, because it's like as you guys are developing and you're learning more about yourself and how to be more peaceful within yourself, is going to help you to understand like your spiritual partnership. So there are some of you that are in a partnership, and um I don't see any breakups happening here. I don't see any people ending anything here. I'm not even going to lie to you. If you're in an abusive situation, definitely, but even emotionally abusive situations can be peacefully resolved, whether that's two people going on separate journeys or two people taking time apart. But also, it also means that the situation will be resolved. The final card here for our angel answers is there's something better. Now, I'm not saying this is better as another person. What I'm saying is there's something better to come in your relationship through your ability to learn how to better communicate, to learn how to set plans with your partner. Um, I don't, like, are you appreciating your partner? Even if, you guys aren't on the same page all the time, are you appreciating them? Are you telling them, I love you? Are you telling them that you're handsome? Even if he did one damn thing for the day, appreciate him for it. Maybe he's stressed out working too. Hire a landscaper, get a cleaning lady to make you guys' lives easier so you can focus on the betterment of your life and creating more balance with that. So there is something coming better. I do not see any breakups here happening this week. I get it that people are fighting and they're arguing, but this is more about you as an individual, about how you're communicating to that person. And have you maybe wrote a list of things that you don't like, but then in that list also, what are the things that you do like? Why did you end up being with this person? So peaceful resolution is definitely coming in this period. And keep in mind also, it's Mercury retrograde, so there can be a lot of miscommunications, but there's better coming. And the reason why these miscommunications and petty, excuse my language, but petty ass arguments are happening is because it's time for you to learn how to be more patient and a better communicator about what you're wanting and feeling and needing. Okay, so something better is on the way. So I will um just say this in closing. Okay, if you're in a partnership and you're in a marriage and you're with someone, what's your expectation for that creative project? I talked about couples goals. What's your vision for your relationship? Because some people are just like, okay, I like this person, we're together, but what's the vision for it? What's God's vision for it? You need to get your vision board together. You need to clear your house out, because a lot of you are arguing because there's too much shit in your house. People, all kinds of things, just too much going on in your homes. So you need to clear some of this energy out, okay? And this is a brilliant idea. Peaceful resolutions are coming this week, and there's something better on the way. I don't feel like this is necessarily a new person. I feel like things being better in your current partnerships and relationships. Okay, so that's our energy for the week. If you want to book a private reading with me, visit me online at www.earthangelneenah.com. I think in these coming weeks on Facebook and YouTube, we'll do some live collectives where we'll be pulling angel cards for people. So I'm thinking that we'll probably do that on this Friday just to kind of like get this energy going. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful week. Be blessed and prosperous. And remember that things are coming to a peaceful resolution in your relationships. You have got to work on yourself, work on your energy, because that's what this is really about. And clear out your space, get rid of those old clothes, underwear, even if, hey, these were things from a past relationship. Maybe it's time for those things to go. Maybe it's time for you to get your partner some new underwear. Maybe you need to buy some new ones. You guys need to get some fresh new energy going to keep things spicy. Okay. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye.